Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Friday, October 26th, 2018. This is First Cup. My name is Jeremy Lesniak from Whistlekick. This is a cup of coffee, and it's about to go in my mouth. Mm, so good. So Friday. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's been a very long week. Very long week. And tomorrow is one of my favorite days of the year. Tomorrow is Whistlekick Free Training Day. What is Whistlekick Free Training Day? Now, unfortunately, if you don't know about it, there's a good chance that this is going to be too complicated for you to make happen in the next 24 hours. Because Saturday, October 27th, 2018, at the Williamstown Junior Senior High School in Williamstown, Vermont, we will be assembling a dozen martial arts instructors to teach a dozen different sessions across 6 blocks, and it's all free. We are expecting dozens of martial artists. Last year we had close to 50 people in the room, and guess what? Nobody paid a thing. No one was paid a thing. We didn't pay anything. We had to have insurance. I think that's all we paid. I paid for some paper. It was a great day. By bringing people together who want to train and people who want to learn, and making sure that there is an intersection of those people, because all the instructors are required to train. If you do not train, you are not invited back to teach. It has happened. This is our third year. The first 2 years, there have been multiple instructors who came and they ignored that rule, not been invited back, and they will not be. Plain and simple. Because this is the easiest way I've found to break down ego. Now, this doesn't mean that the people teaching are any slouches. We've got people with amazing skill sets, amazing competitive careers, people who have traveled, taught for decades. And you got people like me. I'm teaching a session. And it's just so much fun. And watching the friendships that come of it, watching the sharing, watching how some of the ideas that people are presenting will pop up in multiple sessions, unintentionally. It's a great time. I have never been to a seminar training event where people train harder. By the time we get to the last session, people are dragging, and not everyone trains for all the sessions because it's a lot of work to train for 6 hours. But people get to the end and they're dragging, but they're smiling, and there's friendships and so many hugs at the end, and it's a great day. It's a wonderful day. I'm thrilled. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But in order to get to that, I got to get through today. Do a little bit of consulting. I've been up for over an hour, getting through email, getting stuff done that I needed to get done. Was at a conference yesterday. There's a cat right here. Hi, cat. The cat started waking me up at like 4:45. Awesome. Thanks, cat. What are you doing? You're hiding behind me so I can't sit back. You're the worst. Does anybody else out there have an annoying cat? Would you like one? Would you like another one? See, now she's being sweet and licking my hand. Cats. They're funny animals, aren't they? Cats are really independent. And they pretty much do what they want. It doesn't matter what you tell them to do, what you ask them to do. They'll pretend that they're listening to you. They'll pretend they're doing what you want. But in the end, they do what they feel like. And people that love cats are people that can accept that. They understand that you can't control cats. There's a reason there aren't cat obedience competitions and cat obstacle courses. Sure, there are cats who will do these things, but they're not the norm. And I think if you get right down to it, that's people. How do you motivate a cat? You don't. You try to meet their expectations. You try to give them what they need. And they will usually love you back for it. As opposed to a dog. What does a dog do? Dog will do pretty much whatever you tell them and enjoy that. Now, what's funny is we love and respect that. We appreciate that in dogs. We don't tend to appreciate that in people. There is a rare type of person, maybe not rare, there is a minority type of person who loves having people attend to their every need and follow them around and worship them. People who will continue to love you even if you beat them or neglect them. But that's not the majority. More people are like cats. They do their thing, and if what they want to do is what you want to do, cool. You guys can hang out. One of you can sit on the other's lap. Not sure which half of the analogy I'm using there. But you probably see what I mean. And I think all too often in our interpersonal relationships, we want to combine the two. We want people to be independent, self-sufficient, take care of themselves, and we don't want them around. But when we do, we want them to be like dogs. And that doesn't really work. If you're a martial arts school owner or an instructor, you've probably noticed how most of the people that you teach are one of the other. It's hard to get the independent thinkers to do what you want them to do because I said so. They want to know why. They want to understand. They want to get better because of it. And then you've got people that are dogs that'll just blindly do whatever you ask them to do. Now here's the thing. Dog people, sounds a little disrespectful, it's not how I mean it. Dog people don't tend to go as far or as fast. Because in order to get better at something, at anything, be it martial arts or stock car driving or making coffee, you have to understand why. You can't just do. The best chefs in the world don't just sit there and follow a recipe. If that's all you had to do, there would be a lot of great chefs. And the best chefs would be people who are the most accurate with measuring things. That's not how it is. It requires creativity, it requires understanding. That recipe is really just a framework from which you can step back and gain some perspective on what you're cooking. And ultimately, you don't even need a recipe. You could say that forms, kata, whatever you call them, are a recipe for techniques that ultimately you could pull out and use in sparring or self-defense. But you come to a point eventually where you don't just pull those sections out. You combine them on your own. Because to go block, straight punch, and then turn 180 degrees and throw another block, probably not that practical. You gotta mix it up. You have to adapt to changes. Sometimes they're as subtle as, if we go back to cooking, humidity or altitude, or the wine that'll be paired, or, I don't know, salinity in the water, or, I don't know. I'm not a chef. I can